everybody! No, we won't do that. Afternoon.
You got a load of grief last time.
Did I get? Oh, what for my
Yeah.
For my
M&M,
my M&M impression?
Yeah.
Hello, look, there's Mark.
Hello, everybody.
Me and Mark have come fishing again, and we have come to the glorious Selsey. So we are fishing today at Selsey East Beach. The wind today is pretty strong from the west, 20-25 mile an hour gusts. So we wanted to go further afield, so we've come all the way to Selsey, wind behind us, to see if we can get some bream. Our rods are out. We got here a bit late because Mark turned up very late for picking him up. He had to get some washing machine parts or something. Likely story.
Busy man, isn't it?
Busy man. Busy man, Mr. DIY. But we're here now. Hopefully it doesn't rain. We are probably, we have got other fishermen, more fishermen down that way. We're probably only an hour before high tide. I don't actually really know the time of tide, but we're going to fish it up and down. Be a probably 5-hour session. See if we get some fish. So fingers crossed. Let's hope the next bit shows the fish coming in on our first cast. So I'm sitting here watching my rod tips keep bouncing away because it's windy. But last week I lost a lot of braid on my Sonic Gravity, and now I've got a nice brand new spool which I got out of the cupboard. It's loaded with mono because I didn't get any new braid in time. But mono acts so much differently to braid, so much softer. I'm sitting here wondering what's a bite and what's not, because I have not fished with mono for a long time. I need to get used to this, or just buy some braid, which I will do. Well, I'm not sure whether you can notice this, but my two lines were parallel when they went out, but now the left hand rod has swung right round to the right, whereas the right hand rod has stayed pretty much where I cast it. So I think there's quite a bit of current out there going left to right, because the left hand rod was cast significantly further than the right hand rod. So this right hand rod, the Gravity with the Bream bait on, was only put at about 50 yards. Whereas the left hand rod, the Cinetic, was put probably 90 to 100 yards. And that's really catching the current and going around. So I have to bring that in and drop it in a bit shorter so I don't get swept around the groins. Yeah, there's a lot of weed on this. Try and get it up. Come on. So, them first two rods that went out ended up in complete carnage. I ended up, well, Mark's drifted over me, and then my mono one just got so tangled up, snapped off, and there was no bait on my my Cinetic rod. So what I'm baiting up now is on that Cinetic rod, which has got the bigger bait. I'm basically putting on just a whole squid, and that's going on an up and over rig. I'm going to drop this in not too far out. Probably drop this in at about 35 yards. Because these groins are so close together, my theory, my thought process is, yes, bass will come between them. I'm not sure whether bass will venture right up within 10-15 yards of the beach, because they want to just be cruising along in a gully. Most of them gullies are going to be out towards the edge of the groins, so I want to be towards the edge, the end of the groins, but not past that in the current. I'm just getting this squid on now. There we go, look at that. Lovely. And we will get that out. I think Mark has just tried to get up the wall and failed and fallen backwards. So now we're on to the second rod, baiting that up, and as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, my rig wallet has seen better days. Need to refresh it, just haven't had time, so I've had to quickly make up a 2-hook flapper. What I've done is make one up with size 6 bait holder hooks on, because I think there's a lot of small bream out there. What I'm doing now is putting on half a black lug, fresh black lug, on these little hooks, and they're going on my 2-hook flapper, and they are going to be tipped off with a tiny bit of fish bait. Let's see if we can get some bites. Again, I'm not far out there. There's a nice bit of depth here, and the bream can be caught quite close here at Selsey, so let's hope. Yes, we've got a bite. We've got a bite on the bream rig. There's a couple of knocks. Come on, Mr. Bream. Oh, you bugger. Oh, did I get him? I feel him. Oh, am I snagged again? Oh, don't be snagged. What's that? Come on, out the weed. There was bites then. Now I'm snagged again. Come on. Here it comes. Now what have I got? Have I got anything? No, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Might have something on here. Might have a bream on here. Come on. Can't feel any head shakes, just a bit of weight. No, I think it's just a bit of, oh, stripped again. Stripped again. Well, bringing this in to check the bait, more weed on it, but we're getting little rattles. I think they're small bream stripping our bait, so we've got to be on it, refreshing this bait. Yeah, again, more weed. What's going on there? And worm is stripped again. So these bream out here are obviously quite small, and they're stripping these worm baits quite quickly. They've got little like human teeth that munch through it, and they've ripped this apart. So I'm going to put a bit of bait elastic on it. Might give me a little bit extra time on the hook, giving me a chance to hook one. The jacket might have to go on in a minute. It's a bit nippy, isn't it? Come on, back a bit. There, that'll do. Nice. Well, the jacket is now on. It is starting to rain. It's not very nice here. So it's raining, it's windy, and it's quite cold. How are you enjoying it, Mark? Yeah. Hey! We are getting bites though. We're definitely getting bites off the bream. I'm actually thinking that in half hour or so this will pick up a bit more as the tide starts to ebb. Fingers crossed. So at the moment there's not a fish on the deck, which is disappointing. Just hope this weather doesn't get any worse. The sea is not too bad though. The sea's quite calm at the moment. Calmish anyway, inshore. Out there, a few white horses, but it's all right. It's not uncomfortable yet. Well, Mark could have the first fish. Just had a very decent bite. You got one, mate? Doesn't feel like it. Oh, it's come up to the top. You have, mate. You have got a bream. He's got the first fish on the deck, and it's half decent bream. Oh, Mark, well done. That is a good bream. Well done, matey. Look at that. That's a good black bream. Well done, mate. Beautiful. Well, first bream on the deck for Mark anyway. There is not a chance. That bloke is being the thumbnail of my video for the third week in a row. It's not happening. Need to get a bream on the deck. Or a fish, any fish, a bass I'll take. They're about starting to feed. Fingers crossed, but it's a good size, probably 400, 450 grams. So, yeah, not bad. It would have been a keeper, but instead I got a lovely underwater shot. So, I was pleased with that. Right, let's keep an eye on my rods now. Yeah, we got a fish. We got a fish, we got a fish. Come on. What are you doing, mate? Is this on weed or is there a fish on this? There's a fish and there's weed. So what's going on here? Come on. There it comes. But I don't want to lose this fish, which I think I might have. Come on, where are you? There's a fish on here, I think. Is there a fish on there? Have I lost it? Oh my god, I've lost it. I've missed it. It's gone. Oh. Well, I didn't realise the camera was rolling on that. It's getting tangled up, but I mean, again, I think I've got it this time. I'm hoping. Still weed on it, but I think there's a fish on this time. Feels so much heavier. Yes, finally. Oh, finally. We've got a bream. Oh, yes. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Lovely. My first back bream this session on the deck. Very nice indeed. Look at the colours on that. Lovely. Well, it's really raining now. That fish that I've just caught, I'm going to keep. That's my dinner. I'll get a couple more. I'm going to stick them in the freezer as well. Bream really do eat well, so I'll be very happy for a few of them in my freezer. Gonna get the bait back out now because I think we've got maybe an hour and a half window here. Good feeding activity on this ebb before we get too wet. Hopefully we get a few more bream on the deck. And what I'm doing on my other rod that I did have a up and over rig on, I've changed that now. So I've changed that to a long range rig. And on the long range rig, I've got 3 black lug, a tip with a squid. Get that out, see if there's any bass about. Let's see if we get some more fish. Well, I can safely say this was not forecast. When I looked at the forecast at 11 o'clock today, when we decided to come here, it was light rain between 7 and 9. What's the time, Mark?
It is 5:45.
5:45, and this is more than light rain, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, it's just above light. It's not heavy.
It's not heavy, but it's starting to come down, and it's starting to come quite persistent. But we're getting bites, so at the moment we're not that bothered, are we?
No, it's all good.
It's all good.
You can only get wet once.
You can only get wet once, that's correct. And I don't think anyone's ever died from rain.
No, I don't think so.
So we're all right.
Everything's all good.
It's all good. Let's just hope we get some more fish. £2 bream would be nice, wouldn't it, mate? Let's go for a monster.
One on each rod.
One on what? All 4 rods?
Yeah.
Done. Sorted. Well, as soon as the weather comes in, everyone else has cleared off the beach. We are the only ones left fishing in the rain. Well, I can safely say now, I class this as heavy rain. Mark, what do you class this as?
It is quite heavy now.
It's quite heavy now. We're getting soaked.
Oh, you are?
Well, I am, yeah, and this isn't even waterproof. So, as Mark said, you can only get wet once. Not there. Ooh. Weird little drop back on that. Have I got a fish on? Fish on it. Just drop back. Oh, what's that? There might be a fish on it. No, I don't think there is now. Oh, that was doing some weird things. Oh, have I? Yeah, I've got a tiddler. I have got a fish on that. I did think so. It's a tiddler. There he is. Another tiddly bream. Where have the big boys gone? Well, they're getting smaller. smaller, but even prettier. Look at that. Let's get him back. There he goes, down at the depth, right by my feet, I think. Let's see what's on here. A lot of weed, I think. Not feel any thumping, so it might just be weed this time. This weed is hampering us catching lots of fish. But that is Selsey. Might be something on this, I don't know. No, I don't think there is. Oh, is there? There is. Yes, there is. We've got one. Tiddler again. That's another fish. There he comes. There is Bream number 4. Oh, he has swallowed that now. Well, it's been dead for the last 20 minutes. So maybe the fish have gone off the feed now. The light is starting to drop, and it's not even 7 o'clock, it's probably 5 to 7, I think. It's getting dark, obviously, because it's so gloomy. Raining still. I'm soaked. Mark's quite wet over there. Have a chat with him in a minute, see how long we want to give it. Just hoping one more fish comes and has a nibble, and it'll be a 2.5 pounder. Be nice. So, just having to do a bit of bargaining with Mark, because I'm wet and cold. My fault, my choice of jacket, which isn't waterproof. Mark is fine. He wants to carry on fishing. I've said last cast. I'm shivering. It's still tipping it down. Just put a bait out, so if we get a fish, we go again. If we don't, we're going to call it. You've got what? Rubber worms. He's got rubber worms on. What ones have you got? So Mark has put these on. So he's now fishing with those on the hook. That's not because we've run out of worms. He's just he's being experimental. Maybe just mental. Yeah, they've sat in his bag for a long time.
Probably about 6 years.
Well, yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah,
I'll see if mine's going now. Yeah, come on. Have I got him? Come on. Well, there was a bite there. Come on. It's all this weed, mate. I'm stuck in this weed. There was a bite. Oh, I can feel it, yeah. There's a fish on here. There's a fish on here. Oh my God, that's hard work. That is hard work. I think it's come off. The weed, that is. Come on. Come on. There's a fish still on. Yep, I think he's still on. A decent one, yes. There he is. Oh, is he a good keeper though? Oh, there we are. There's a bream. Lovely, look at that. Very nice. Look at him. All tucked away, nice and dry. Yeah.
That's me hat.
Your hat looks a little bit damp, mate. It does look
nice
damp.
and dry on the inside.
No, it's damp. Your hat is damp. Yeah, it's got through. It's wet. It is wet. It's been raining, what, 3 hours now, right?
Yeah.
About 3 hours. We're soaked. We're done. Bad enough.
Good though.
Yeah, as you do at Selsey, you get bream when they're here. I had 5. Mark had a couple. We missed a fair few bites. It was very difficult when you're caught in the weed trying to get a strike on the fish because your lead was not moving.
I've come to a conclusion that rubber worms don't work.
Rubber worms don't work. That's your conclusion, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I've come to another conclusion.
Yeah.
Conclusion.
Yeah.
It's definitely Pete. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. We catch fish with him.
3 sessions with fish. Poor old Pete, eh?
Like the omen, isn't he?
The omen. He's definitely the narrator.
We're in it through his hair at some point. You'll see 666 tags.
You can come next time, Pete.
Yeah.
Wherever you are. I don't know where you are.
Pete's disappeared.
He's disappeared, yeah. He's gallivanting around Europe, apparently.
In the country, is
No, I don't think he is. Anyway, we're off. Before it gets dark, get home. Nice 2.5 hour drive home. Get in the dry. But it was good, wasn't it? Enjoyable. And this time, I'll be the thumbnail on the video, not him.
No, you're still used to that.
I don't want to, no. 3 times in a row.
3rd time lucky.
Not a chance. Right, anyway, till next time.
Tight lines.
Tight lines.